Morning, Caitlin. How you
Good
doing?
morning. I'm good. How are you?
Doing well. Welcome back.
Thank you.
Is your second ever podcast appearance? Have you
Yes.
any other podcast guest appearances you don't know about? No?
Nope.
Nice. It's always nice having like new people on.
It's fun. I enjoy it.
That's the response that we hope from everybody.
Yeah,
So.
it's a little intimidating, but
No, it's no big deal.
it's good stuff.
No big deal. We are here to talk about EcoVadis and
Yes.
sustainability and all those fun topics these days.
Yes.
So I know you've really overseen and managed and worked with kind of TCC's sustainability and regulatory, offering and program as a whole for a long time now, which obviously the EcoVadis falls under. So obviously TCC was just awarded a silver medal for 2023. So really want to talk about, for anyone that maybe kind of framing it where if you have no idea what EcoVadis is or what the program means or what the medals mean, what is the program, what's involved with obviously the application processes and getting a medal and getting ranked and obviously what does it mean for TCC to have that silver medal for 2023. So I'll let you kind of just, explain it as if somebody, knew nothing about it and what it is and what the program is and what it means to have a medal and all that fun stuff.
Absolutely. So EcoVadis is a program that provides sustainability ratings for companies in a variety of industries, including the chemical industry. Companies like Amazon, L'Oreal, Unilever, Johnson & Johnson, they all participate in the program. And companies like BASF and TCC are chemical companies that are EcoVadis certified, I guess you could say.
I guess that's a good point. I've never thought about it in the frame of outside the chemical industry. Like I've always thought about it from like chemical companies and our customers and suppliers that are ranked. But I guess that's a good point. It's like, it's a much bigger program than just the chemical industry. Any
company that wants to show that they are committed to sustainability efforts is essentially someone who would want to participate in EcoVadis.
Yep.
So it started in Paris in 2007. And since then it's grown to be an internationally recognized organization for sustainability ratings. TCC, I believe, started participating in 2017 or 2018. This is actually my first year fully being on board with the certification process since we had some other employees that were working with it. And it's actually a really nice platform. It goes very nicely hand in hand with all of our programs that we subscribe to, which include ISO 14001, which is the environmental management system, as well as NACD's responsible distribution. And what's cool about being EcoVadis certified and having NACD's responsible distribution is that this year they changed the rating or the guiding principles for NACD's program, where if you're EcoVadis certified to bronze or better, which we are, you are considered compliant in their sustainability pillar for their principles. So it kind of gives us a one-up and a pass and helps us when it comes time to be recertified to responsible distribution that we have a leg up.
Sure.
And it'll help us.
Was it bronze, silver, gold, platinum?
Yes.
Yep.
So the ratings quickly, there's a good, which is bronze, and that is an overall score of 45 to 64.
Out of 100.
Out of 100. Then there is advanced, which is silver, which is TCC, which is a 65 to an 84. The next level is outstanding, which is gold, which is an 85 to 100. And then the platinum is a special recognition. You're the top 1% of all the EcoVadis companies. So we do have some relationships with suppliers that are platinum, which is really cool. And having the seal is just a nice way to show that we're committed to sustainability efforts and that we're doing our due diligence and checking in annually to make sure we're still compliant in other areas.
And obviously, I'm sure the application process or the whole process is different. We obviously don't manufacture anything ourselves, so that I'm sure that process and application process looks different for us versus like a BASF or one of these big global chemical producers who own plants and all these different things. So I'm sure that process is a little bit different for each.
Yes, there is a step-by-step process for receiving the rating as well. And the first step is, you register. And the important piece with registration is your company size, your count, your employee count, and the size of your business. That helps determine what type of questionnaire you're going to get.
Sure.
So the next step is doing the questionnaire annually, where you submit documents, policies, procedures, any data related to, sometimes it's even like environmental usage, electricity usage at a facility like TCC where it's administrative. We're relatively low risk as far as environmental issues go, but the concern is, the suppliers and the partners that we do business with is hoping that they also participate in a similar program.
Right.
Or at least have procedures in place that if there were an accident or an incident that they would do the right thing.
Yeah.
Essentially.
And obviously I've never been involved in the application process, but I know from what I've kind of overheard you talking about in office meetings and stuff, it can be a pretty rigorous sort of application process and
yes.
a lot of detail involved.
This one is actually very rigorous. It's similar to an audit. What's nice is it's a lot of document uploads. It's not as intense as an actual audit with a human sitting next to you, watching you complete the procedures.
Yep.
But it is very comprehensive and they don't leave any details out.
Sure.
But the platform's really useful and they offer a lot of resources to help you upload your documents and what they're looking for and ways to improve your score, which that's the name of the game. Continuous improvement is the buzzword.
And obviously, I think TCC has shown that. I think we were bronze first and then have slowly kind of moved up.
Yes, we have improved our score year to year. And this year we received a 10% increase in our overall score.
Yep.
And we also received another increase, I believe that was also 10% in the environmental pillar, because there are different pillars of the system.
Sure.
So you have your environmental pillar, your labor and human rights pillar, the ethics pillar, and your sustainable procurement pillar. So you have to hit each one of those, showing documentation that you are operating in a way that promotes those initiatives.
Yep. And it's amazing how big of a thing it's gotten, even in the last maybe just couple of years. Like I know a lot of customers and suppliers, even I deal with, they'll ask, you get a new supplier questionnaire form and here it is. And there'll be a checkbox. Like if you have EcoVadis XYZ, you can skip certain sections. Like it shows that you're already approved in these different things. So it's certainly a great thing to have. And it's amazing how it seems to come up more and more and more with suppliers or customers or people that, really are keeping an eye on whether you have a certain rating. Not that it may be make or break whether you do business or not, but it's really a nice thing to have and helps that workflow for sure.
Yes, it helps you skip a lot of paperwork and it helps you become a face of something that is looked at in a good light.
Yeah.
You see that I've seen it a lot with customers asking for ISO certificates. And I think EcoVadis is kind of gaining in popularity, especially in the US now for that type of recognition as far as a system you're using to maintain your operations responsibly.
Yes, obviously we got that silver 2023 medal recently, which is great. We've had the little banner on our emails. I know that's dealing with anyone TCC sees the email banners. We'll put the email banner right here because I like making George work and post edit. But it's been great. We've had a lot of feedback. Even we were talking about on the full podcast episode that we've had people replying and either asking about it or saying congratulations on that. So it's a good way to put it out there, and it's great to have. And I think it's been a nice addition the last 5-6 years being ranked with that.
Yeah, it's actually interesting. Just before this podcast, I received a request from someone saying, hey, we're trying to be EcoVadis certified. What tips do you have? And, we're just starting the process. So any help you can give us is great. And
you didn't know you'd be the foremost expert in EcoVadis.
No,
huh?
I didn't.
Especially after this podcast, they're going to be flying
I
in.
know. I think I'm going to get a lot more of those requests after today, but it's all in good stuff. Happy to help. And, I think the program's really great and it's helpful to, maintain new business opportunities and, show that we're a responsible company. We care about the environment and all the good stuff.
Well, like you said, it's all about continuous improvement. Like it's a outline and a format to make sure we're continuing to do different things as a company and improve and continue to grow on what we did last year. So even just that, even if it never even got published externally, if it's something that got sent to us and nobody ever asked us about it, it's still a nice thing to do for us because it just shows that we're continuing to improve as a company.
Yes. And then what's great about the EcoVadis too is that it's annual. So it's a good timeline to think, what worked, what didn't, what can we do better?
Right. And what's the timeline to a gold medal?
I'd love to get it for 2024.
Yeah.
I think we can, now that I've done it in full and see where our gaps lie and ways we can improve. And I think it's in our future for sure. Hopefully next year. If not next year, there's always the year after. So.
All right. Well, I'll send you a calendar invite for 1 year from today. We'll do this exact thing again. We'll talk about our gold medal.
Yeah, and you can hold up the gold medal.
Exactly.
Yeah, it'll be good.
We should get little like actual ones made. Like it's really just a digital thing. Like that, we put the thing on our email banner and stuff like that. But we should get like little actual banners.
A nice little thing would be cool.
Like EcoVadis, if you're listening, feel free to send it over.
Yeah, we'd love to see that sitting on in our conference room over there with all our other certifications.
Exactly. Well, I appreciate the introduction and update on where we are with EcoVadis. I think it was a great overview, even just talking to the guys like, I'm going to listen to that because, we're EcoVadis ranked, obviously, and we talk a lot about it in office meetings and things like that. But there's a lot of intricacies, and obviously you're neck deep in, what it entails to be approved and have these stamps, and you know more about it than anyone else in the company. So it's be a good internal update on what it is and what it means, as well as I'm sure a lot of people out there that maybe your company has EcoVadis ratings, but even you're not 100% sure what it means and what it entails. So it was a great overview. Appreciate you coming on, and we'll talk about our gold medal next year.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for having me.
Thanks, Caitlin.